Hello, welcome. Welcome or welcome back. All the videos on my channel are timeless, so whenever you watch is right for you. Also, please feel free to scroll down in my videos, and whatever readings look interesting to you, those are right for you at this time. So go ahead and explore. I want to say thank you to everyone who took a moment to like my videos and who commented. And thank you to all of my subscribers. You guys are amazing. I'm constantly surprised and in awe of each one of you. The energies that come out, the stories that unfold. I think each and every one of you are absolutely beautiful, and it's such a pleasure to be here. I did just now have a pretty interesting experience. So, I was setting up to do a reading about a specific topic that I will do shortly, whether it's tonight or tomorrow, I'm not sure yet. But I did have a topic in mind. I was setting up cards to use, and I knew what questions I wanted to ask. And as I was setting up, I heard there's a collective reading that needs to be done. I've only done one other collective reading, and it was not an impromptu thing. It was something that came to me in meditation. The topic, the layout, what deck to use, or what decks to use, the whole thing came to me in a meditation, and it was beautiful. It's my reading on healing separation within to create union within your life. And so far that's been my only collective reading. But Spirit literally said, do a collective. And do it impromptu. Don't think too much about it. Just get the message out. So, okay, here I am. So I sat down and I was led to pull this deck first, which is an oracle deck, and looked at the bottom of the deck. And we have the Watcher's card on the bottom of the deck energy, transpersonal. So I feel that we have some guides watching over us who want to give us a message today. So let's just see what comes out. I have no idea. It was, the information I received was literally just sit down, try not to overthink it, and see what comes out. So let's give this a try together. Let's see what comes out. There has been a lot of topics on my mind recently. I'm thinking a lot about this channel and topics I would like to explore. But I don't know what topic this is going to be. But I feel that there are guides who have a message for us today for the collective. So the first thing I want to ask is, what is the overall topic that's coming out? What are we going to look at today? Let's get us started, Spirit. Okay, let's see what comes out. Stranger and curiosity. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, oh wow. Okay, so we have this card. I'm feeling that there is a guide around us expressing curiosity about this particular collective here. Let's ask, who is the stranger? Who's the stranger? Wailing tree, reconciliation, Metox, repairing the body, mind, spirit. I have chills right now, guys. And Woodwives, adaptability. Okay. So this is, we asked, what's this going to be about? It's about curiosity. You can see in the lights, if you can see these sparks here, one of the sparks is a question. So it's almost something maybe we don't even know we're curious about. And the guide that's coming through, who wants to spark curiosity, solve our curiosity, or who is curious about this collective, reconciliation, repair, and adapt. Okay. Healing energy, an energy of being able to adapt to change, and an energy of reconciliation. Perhaps a guide that hasn't made contact in a while. Okay. Who else is this guide coming through? Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. And who else is this guide? Transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. A guide who wants, so we have adaptability. Goes well with this transformation card. A guide who wants to show us the flow of love and a new way of being within that love. Some of us may have a reconciliation coming up, that we may need to use our newfound sense of love to reconcile with somebody in a way that repairs the relationship and adapting so that we act in a new way. Okay. Switch decks. I'm going to keep switching decks a little bit until we get on a clear path. Spirit, what's the message? What's the message for this collective? Water spirit, manifesting dreams. Who is dreaming of reconciling with somebody? Who is dreaming of healing and repairing a relationship? I'm asking you guys as well as myself. What else is the message, Spirit? Guardian of autumn, letting go. So autumn is a time of harvest as well as letting go. So letting go of the growth by harvesting and creating room for new growth. And wolf spirit, family. Okay. It's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of different messages. I would really like clarity and a specific message to come through. So we are dreaming and creating a new way of loving that heals and repairs relationships. Some of us, I feel, have a reconciliation, and some of us have letting go. I feel that this is more about letting go of past hurts with the reconciliations card. This may be more about family than love interest, but take that as it resonates. It could be about friendship or someone that you consider family, and manifesting dreams. Been hoping and dreaming about this relationship healing. Okay. Let's get some more information. Who are we healing a relationship with? Okay. This is friendship, the Three of Cups. Celebrations, friends, Six of Cups, someone from the past. It's right on top of the family card. Siblings, potentially. Family members. People we grew up with, someone we've known for a long time. Someone with a very sweet and playful energy. Along with the need for truth of the situation. Someone that we celebrated with in the past. Let's clarify this Jack of Spades, this Prince of Swords. Let's clarify that. Five of Swords. Okay, there was some turmoil in this relationship. Potentially some arguing, disagreement, discord. Someone maybe didn't tell the truth. What else about this person? Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Someone who chose independence. Someone who chose their own material gain over the relationship. Yeah. Arguments. Someone, okay. This person from the past, guys, there were issues of truth and arguments, potentially unkind words. Someone who chose material gain above the relationship. And someone you felt you had to defend yourself or property against. Okay. So this collective reading is going out to you guys because there's, trying to heal a relationship that had challenging energy in the past. Potentially someone from family, in your family, if not biological family, someone from the past that you were very, very close to, someone who is part of your pack. Let's say that over family, because I'm not sure that family is right for everybody, but someone you considered to be part of your pack. Look, we have a 6 on top of a 6. Someone you once were in great harmony with. Someone you once celebrated with. Someone who in the past, okay, that's why it's making sense now. Someone in the past you let go. Someone maybe who you feel is almost a stranger to you these days. And we have Spirit coming in and saying we need to look at this right now. Right now. So something's going on with this relationship right now. Okay, so let's look at the past. Let's look at the past. What's the past? I'm struggling to know which deck to use. Ooh. I had these ready for the next reading. This is great. Who is this past person that there was discord with? Who is this past person? Okay. The Siren, someone seductive. Someone, if it's not seductive in a romance situation, then someone who was seduced, either romantically or by the material. I'm feeling that this is someone who is seduced in a material way and may have been dishonest about it, may have caused arguments. So I need each of you to decide if someone's coming to mind and you're like, yes, I know who this is, or I have an idea of who this might be, use your own personal knowledge and your own personal intuition what they were seduced by. It was either romantically or by the material. And the temptation was just too great for them. They whoops, I'm dropping cards. I can't take all those cards. They were not strong enough to resist that temptation. Excuse me. Okay. And who is this past person? Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Strength. This past person, they didn't have the strength that was needed. Yeah, bottom of the deck come together. They didn't have the strength to hold the relationship together on their end. They were overwhelmed. It's tempting, even for me, and I do a lot of work on this, it can be tempting to place blame on another because when somebody ends a relationship, especially through arguments, potentially through dishonesty, potentially choosing a material gain, a type of material gain, or they just weren't strong enough to overcome their personal temptation, we need to be careful not to judge them. We do need to have strong, healthy boundaries to live our lives based on our values, and so that we create what we want to create in our lives. That's absolutely, I believe that wholeheartedly. But to do it without placing judgment on that other person, because that person is going through their own soul lessons. That person is on their own path of ascension and evolution. And even right now, I was tempted to place blame and judgment on this person, but thankfully I stopped myself and said, no, let's be stronger than that. Let us have the strength to be better. Let us have the strength to engage our healthy boundaries and move forward on our path, but without judgment of others, recognizing the divinity of others, that this person, recognize that others, as I'm using the word others, recognize that this person is another divine soul going through their journey, that we are all one. So we're using others as a label, but we know that there truly is no separation. So, this is big energy. So we're recognizing someone from the past chose their personal temptation, whatever that was, over the relationship with us. And it potentially, that scenario caused arguments or discord, and we may have felt that we had to defend ourselves in whatever way, emotionally probably. Okay, so that's who that person is. So what is the message for us, the collective, right now that wants to come through? I'm always in awe of the readings. I don't know if that will ever wear off. Probably not. I mean, I'm close to spirit, but when things like this happen, it puts me in awe. It does. Every time. Okay. What's the message that we need to hear about this relationship? Not about this person, but about this relationship. What do we need to know right now? What's the important thing that we, the collective, need to know now about this situation? Okay, this is a mix. New clarity, new information, new ideas. Okay, I'm not a love reader, but for some people, your person, if this was a romance that we're talking about, the person that chose the temptation over your relationship, that temptation, actually, let me put in a broader term. The person that chose their temptation did not have the strength. Remember, it's not so much that they rejected you, it's that they did not have the strength to resist the temptation at that time. That temptation didn't work. They went for that temptation and it failed on them. Whatever it was, whether it was another relationship, whether it was a business venture, whether it was maybe they had an opportunity to move and they thought it would be just what they needed. Train's going by. If you've seen my other readings, when the train goes by, we highlight what's going on in the reading. So maybe it was a move that they thought, maybe they moved away because they thought that the move was just what they needed. And I apologize. I'm just now noticing that there's some glare. I just want to fix that. Okay, I apologize for that interruption. Whatever they thought was going to work out for them has ended, or it is ending now. A very painful ending for them. And that ending is giving them new clarity. We also have a Dove of Peace, new clarity about the relationship with you that they left, or that didn't work, or that had to end. And they see you as the victorious one. They see themselves as this Ten of Swords. They are going through this ending, very unhappy about it. I mean, this is not a happy card. I apologize. I'm still working on the good lighting, and it's not daytime right now. But yeah, they're going through something, a very painful transformation, and they see you as very victorious. They see you as thriving. They recognize that while they're going through this ending, this excruciating ending, you're here absolutely thriving. And this scenario is making them see the truth about you, the truth about the relationship that you once had, the truth of their actions, what their actions caused. Okay. So how are they feeling right now? I mean, we kind of know how they're feeling. They're feeling like this. They're feeling maybe stabbed in the back multiple times. I think that they're getting, if they treated you bad, I think that they might be getting their karma right now. Maybe they stabbed you in the back and now they're being stabbed in the back. And there's the realization, like, oh, what I just did to that person just happened to me. Now I know how it feels, that type of thing. But let's find out, how else are they feeling? How are they feeling about you in particular? How are they feeling about you? Okay, we have two cards coming out together. Okay. We have the Devil and we have the High Priestess. So they are feeling bound to their decisions, bound to their temptations. The devil can be a card about addictions, all addictions. So their temptation may or may not have involved an addiction, but it is, regardless, whatever their temptation was, they recognize how they are bound to it now. They're seeing clearly with this Ace of Swords, they are seeing clearly how they didn't have the strength to overcome it. And this card came out right on top. And they're feeling that you knew all along. They're wondering how. They're wondering, because they were blindsided. Whatever they caused, they caused a rift in this relationship, regardless of how it went down. It went down because they fell victim to their temptation. They were powerless against it because they didn't have the strength to resist. Okay, they recognize that now. They see the truth about that now. But they feel that you always knew the truth. They feel like you saw this coming. And because they never saw this coming, they're like, how did they know? How did they know this was going to happen? And it was probably pretty obvious to you that if they did X, then Y was going to happen. And they did X and Y happened. I'm feeling that some of you want to be like, told you so. Or like, duh. You saw it clearly, and they didn't. They were somewhat blind to the truth of the situation. They see it now, though. They sure do. Okay. Woo. All right, well, Spirit brought us here out of the blue, it seemed like to me. So let's continue to explore, because this is an important message that had to come out right now. And so obviously I'm part of this collective. The collective that I'm reading for includes myself. I'm learning so much through the readings. So for me, I know exactly who this is in my life. Exactly. So it's up to you. And you saw me shuffle. I had no idea what cards were going to come out or what scenario was going to play out. And I'm like, okay, I see. But I need each of you to use your own intuition for who this is in your life, because we each have our own scenario, and there are going to be slightly different interpretations or meanings for each one of us. So I'm going to read the cards so that as much as possible they can be interpreted in broader terms, so that we can all use our intuitions and understand how that card is coming out for us. Because I wasn't guided to read for myself. I was guided to read for all of us. Okay, so we know a bit about who this person is. Train's going by again. What happened? They gave into their temptations. Their temptations did not work out in whatever way. And how they're viewing us. So, what are they hoping to have happen next? Are they going to take action? Are they, what do we need to know from this scenario? What do we need to know? Okay, I have cards from the middle wanting to come out. 8 of Wands. Yeah. 8 of Pentacles. Lots of 8s. 3 of Swords. Okay. 5 of Cups. Okay. All right, what we need to know. they're feeling really bad, and they're going to reach out very soon. They're working up the courage to reach out, potentially, for some of us. I mean, not everyone is going to reach out, but that's what the energy is right now. They're heartbroken, whether it's, you know, romantic or just feeling really bad. They feel that, you know, 5 of Cups, their endeavors have not worked out. They're sad. They're heartbroken. And I think that they're looking, you know, for comfort. They're working on something. What are they working on? Let's clarify this 8 of Pentacles for us, please. Six of Wands. Again, didn't we have 6 of Wands? I know we did. I'm just looking for the location of it. That card of victory. I thought we had the 6 of Wands. Or did I confuse it for another? Oh, there it is. Yeah, 6 of Wands here. So we have 6 of Wands on top of, almost on top of 6 of Wands. Okay, and so on top of the 8 of Pentacles, what are they working on? They're working on their own victory. Okay, so they see you as victorious. They see you as thriving. So what are they currently working on? They're working on trying to thrive themselves. So you're their positive example of the right thing to do. They're looking up to you because they're seeing how you navigated this situation with integrity and you came out on top. We have that in the 6 of Pentacles here, and we have that in the 7 of Clubs here, that defending yourself. You had the higher ground the whole time. You knew this was going to happen in some way or another. You knew that, you know, if they did X, Y would happen. Maybe you didn't know everything, but it was clear to you how this was going to play out in one way or the other. Not all the details, but overall. Because of that, because of your foresight, you're thriving. You have good foresight. You know, basically, you understand the consequences of your actions overall. And because of that wisdom that you have within you, you thrive. You are successful. Whereas they're in the 10 of Swords energy, stabbed in the back, heartbroken, on the ground crying. This person's on their knees. Maybe they've been praying, maybe, because their situation is so bad right now. And you're thriving. So they want to reach out, and what they're working on is creating their own sense of thriving. They see your, looking for a better word, but your good living, the way you live, the way you present yourself, the integrity that you hold, the good decisions that you make them with wisdom and foresight. And they are working on creating that for themselves. So why do they want to reach out? Let's clarify this 8 of Wands card. The 2 of Wands. They are looking into the future. Well, that's a first for them, maybe. I'm sorry. I said I wouldn't judge. But you know what? I'm human. But let's remember to have compassion. We have our healthy boundaries to live our lives, to create our lives, how we want to create our lives. And we have compassion for those who are on their own journey. And at times we all struggle at times, so that they are no different than us. We all struggle with temptations. I was actually listening to an audiobook earlier that described the spiritual role of temptations. It was super interesting about how temptations are our teachers. And when we choose to overcome them, we heal our soul. So this person was not able to, it was a choice they weren't prepared for, a choice that they were presented that they weren't quite spiritually ready for, and they succumbed to this temptation. But now, so this was a lesson for them. They have gone through this temptation that it looks like it caused you pain, looked like it hurt you, well, actually, we know it hurt them. I haven't seen if it hurt you, but we do see that you argued for yourself, then you stood up for yourself. We have that with the 7 of Wands card earlier, so that's gorgeous. Train's going by again. What is it with the trains right now? Apparently this is a lot that needs to come out. But this is a spiritual lesson that they went through. So it's spiritually for them, and this has nothing to do with your boundaries. Hold your boundaries always, healthy boundaries. But this temptation, don't take it personally, because this might have even been like preordained by Spirit to teach them this lesson, because they weren't spiritually strong enough to overcome this. They literally did not have the strength to overcome that temptation. They did not have the wisdom within themselves to understand where this temptation was going to lead them. But it looks like this has been quite the lesson for them, because through it all, they saw the way you behaved. Maybe you enacted those healthy boundaries. Maybe they didn't understand why you did that at the time, but now they see you thriving, and now they know why. Maybe they didn't understand why you argued and fought so much, but then they see you thriving, and now they know why. So they see you as this beautiful example within life now. They want to learn how to work on themselves so they can behave in a similar manner as you did. That when they're confronted with choices like this again in their lives, that they can make the correct choice next time. And now they are looking towards the future. I see that they see the value of you in their life right now. They see how much value you'll add to their future. And that's why they're thinking of reaching out. Remember that this is a little different for each one of us. So don't force it to fit if it's not fitting. But if it sounds right and it just needs a little tweaking for your individual situation, then use your intuition for that. Ooh, we have cards falling out, but don't force it. Don't force anything. Okay, we have this card. We have the Page of Wands. Okay. They're looking to learn. They're inspired. You inspire them. Okay. Let's get some advice. I think that we see the situation pretty clear. I was asking for clarity on this situation because at first I was like, what is going on? But now we have a clear grasp on the situation. So any advice from Spirit, not from this person. Advice from Spirit for us with collective. Advice from Spirit. Wizard of the Woods. Focus. Okay. Our one part of advice from Spirit is that each of us needs to get clear on what we want. So for this situation, get clear on what you want. If they reach out, how do you want to put those boundaries up? How do you want to react if they should reach out? We have the 50, which is a 5 card, so change may be coming. Get clear on your desires for this situation. So if they do reach out, you know what you want to create. So by being clear and having that clear intention, you'll know the correct step to take for yourself. So this is almost preparing some of us in the collective for this to come, because for some of us, accepting this person back is not right for us, not part of our path. For some of us, this person is no longer part of our path, although we did have the reconciliation card. So for some of us, this person is part of our future path. For some of us, this person is not part of our future path. So that's why the advice for each of us is to get clear. And that's why I was confused, because we had both the reconciliation card and the letting go card, and I didn't understand why we had both. And that's why we had both, because we have, some people need to let this relationship let it go, and some people are ready for reconciliation. So each of us needs to know who we are and what we want to do, because we have free will. It's always our choice. So get clear. Our advice is to get clear on our desire and put our focus on that. And that doesn't mean that we have to do anything or take any action. It looks like this person, it looks like the ball's in their court. If they want to reach out, that's their business. But our business is knowing what we want, having our desires clear, and having that as our focus should this person reach out. Mystic Meadow, Sanctuary. Okay, so taking time to heal ourselves if needed. Taking time for us to nourish ourselves. This is still the advice card. Having our affairs in order. The animals in this card, we have a fox, we have a bear, and we have a very, very regal looking rabbit. So we have the fox of adaptability. We had an adaptability card come out earlier. A bear of protection. So healthy boundaries, protecting ourselves. I'm trying to remember about rabbits. Give me 1 minute so I can look up rabbits. Okay, so rabbits can signify being frozen in fear. However, the rabbit in this card is all dressed up like royalty. So this rabbit is not afraid. They have overcome their fear. So being adaptable, having healthy boundaries to protect yourself, and overcoming fear as part of your sanctuary, as part of nourishing yourself. Being comfortable in yourself and in your surroundings, recognizing your abundance. Okay, that's our advice. Let's get a couple more cards, but I think we see the situation now. So for someone, at least for someone, they needed this information now. Okay, we've got this card. We've got these cards trying to come out. Let me take those. But, Spirit really called on me to get this reading out. So someone needed to hear it quickly. So I'll get it uploaded as quickly as possible. We have hollow bone, teachability, a tidy house, clarity and organization, yeah. And covenant, sacred contract. Okay, so this is part of the reason this needed to come out so quickly. So yes, again, in the advice, this is still in the advice category, along with this sanctuary, tidy house, clarity and organization. So that means both in your physical surroundings. Sanctuary, I'm taking to mean home or wherever you spend time, or when you hear sanctuary, wherever that means to you, but your physical surroundings and your mental and emotional and spiritual surroundings, those sanctuaries being clear, clean, organized, freeing clutter from all those places. With the focus card, having clarity within yourself, having clarity of your future, what you want to create. Covenant, I think that for a lot of us, recognizing that what transpired was likely a soul contract. If you've done any work, research, or learning about soul contracts, before we come into this earth, before we're incarnated into this world, we confer with our soul family, which doesn't, we had the family card. Oh my goodness, that's why the family card is there. And I didn't understand that either, because I was like, this isn't biological family for everyone. Remember I said, okay, think of it as a pack, not necessarily family. So your soul family, if you've done any, learning about soul families, it's not necessarily, parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, grandparents. It is also those people included, but it's also friends. It can be literally anyone we come in contact with. Sometimes a member of our soul family is only in our physical life for a short time. Sometimes it's only a few months. Sometimes it's years and years and decades. But guys, this is somebody that you had a soul contract with before you incarnated. So, and I got that. I said this was always going to play out that way. And yes, we have free will. So this was a test, but it was a test where if this person still needed to learn this thing at this point, then they were going to fail this temptation. And they did, because they hadn't learned their lesson yet in this lifetime, or in any lifetime. They still needed to learn this lesson. So you had a soul contract with this person where, hey, you know what, if you need to learn, if you're coming into earth this lifetime and one of your lessons is X, then I agree to help you learn X. And you guys say, okay, well, how we're going to do it is we're going to have this type of relationship in this lifetime. And during the course of this relationship, I'm going to be tempted by Y. The letter, I'm going to be tempted by this scenario. And if I still need to learn this lesson, then I won't be able to overcome the temptation of this scenario. And by succumbing to the temptation, I will then learn the lesson. And you say, okay, cool, I agree to help you with that. Oh, well, that person just learned that lesson. I hope that made sense. If you have, there is a lot of research, or a lot of information, I should say. There's a lot of information available about soul contracts. One book that I highly recommend, if you would like to know more about this, is called The Journey Home. So that whole book is a lot about soul contracts. So if you need more information, and it's a very enjoyable book. It's one of the books that is written as a fiction book in order to teach these lessons. So it's very enjoyable. It's informative, and it talks about soul contracts. It talks about soul families and soul contracts. So that could be one place to start. I'm actually re-listening to it now, so that's why it's fresh in my mind. So again, there's so many synchronicities. I feel like I was not prepared for the amount of synchronicities of these readings, but it's beautiful. Okay, I apologize for the for the rant on that. But yeah, this was a soul contract. This is a member of your soul family that you agreed to help in this lifetime. And that doesn't make it not hurt in this incarnation. If they were unable to overcome this temptation and it caused a rift or separation in your relationship, even though it was a contract that you guys had together, that doesn't make it not hurt. I understand that. It can help to have understanding of what's going on, but that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. But at least there is that understanding now. Okay, so advice. Understand, or here's the understanding of why this happened, why it went down this way. Have your sanctuary on all levels, body, mind, spirit, physical home, bodily home, in order. Focus on what you want to create in the future by having, in that book, A Journey Home, talks about pure intentions. So having the intention of what you want to create in the future, should they reach out, and if they should not reach out, do you have intentions if they never reach out? That's important too. And we have this hollow bone, teachability. Yeah, teachability. This was all about learning lessons. This is a card that reduces to 10. So completion. This lesson is complete. So for some of us, and also, yeah, the one with the new beginning, have yourself cleaned and organized to be ready for whatever new beginning, whether it's a new start, you let this person go, or they never contact you and you move forward with your focus, with your clear focus on what you desire, because you'll be creating something new one way or the other, whether it's a new start in a new direction without this person or a reconciliation with this person. And teachability, so the advice is to, even though this was a contract for this other person to learn this lesson, it's twofold. You get to learn lessons too. So I know that you've learned lessons through this experience as well. It wasn't all for them. It's a mutual agreement to help each of you. So if you don't want to repeat this lesson, allow your soul to learn. Allow yourself to learn from this experience, because that lesson will remain with you for lifetimes and you won't have to learn it again. Remember that what the lessons that you're learning now, temptations may arise in the future, so that you can prove you have learned this lesson. So, oh my goodness. So Spirit really wanted to get that message out for us as the collective, for everyone who watches this video. So thank you. If you hung with me this long, thank you so much. I hope it helped to clarify your situation, because I feel that what was most needed was clarity. It's clarity around the brokenness of the relationship. And I feel that was provided. Some new understanding. We did have that Ace of Swords come out. So just like your person, I apologize for my cat having zoomies. Just like this person having new realizations, so are we. So this is clarity, new learning, new direction for us in one way or the other. And thank you so much. If this video resonated, please let me know in comments. Just say, yep, this was true for me, or drop your favorite emoji to connect with this energy. It helps my channel a lot when people interact, and it helps me on a personal level, so that I know that I'm reaching people and that the message is coming across, so that I can know if I'm doing a good job or not. And please subscribe so that you're notified of future readings. And I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.